Moods can be contagious. Don't catch or spread a bad mood. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think well. The only thing that can grow is the thing you give energy to. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. Waiting for changing opinions is like waiting for nothing. A conscious human is driven by their conscience, not popular opinion. Cleverness isn't always true, nor is the truth always clever. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. You can't be brave if you've only had wonderful things happen to you. All I have is all I need, and all I need is all I have in this moment. Most of what matters in our lives takes place in our absence. Feel your emotions, live true your passions, keep still your mind. Nothing happens until something moves. There is an intelligent way to eat a live frog. I just don't know what it is. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. You will never know how high you can climb until you reach the top. Stay quiet about your goals. Soon your results will do all the talking. Attack where he is unprepared. Sally forth when he does not expect you. If you want to lead them, you must place yourself behind them. The scholar does not consider gold and jade to be precious treasures, but loyalty and good faith. When you take control of your attitude, you take control of your life. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. If you're treated like a puppet, find a new ball of string. Speak to me. I will spend my lifetime trying to understand you. The right mindset is the first step towards the journey. 10 seconds, that's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. Nature's pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. When you lose your smile, you lose your way in the chaos of life. By what men think, we create the world around us daily new. As long as you can use your hands, the world is your oyster. Politeness is the first thing people lose once they get the power. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. The surest way to make your dreams come true is to live them. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. Stop leaving and you will arrive. Stop searching and you will see. Stop running away and you will be found. It's not the men in your life that matters. It's the life in your men. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. Knowledge is responsibility. which is why people resist knowledge. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Show me that I am everywhere, and get me home for tea. He was a lonely ghost, uttering a truth that nobody would ever hear. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. Do it now. Sometimes later becomes never. Until death itself comes, no calamity need be feared. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy so that he cannot fathom our real intent. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. Always be friendly, always be kind, like the most beautiful flower that you can find. We never live. We are always in the expectation of living. Some things in life are too complicated to explain in any language. The most important person you meet in life is your highest self. Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. You don't destroy what you want to acquire in the future. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Those who are willing to be vulnerable move among mysteries. Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith. It is much easier to be brave if you do not know everything. My only advice is to stay aware, listen carefully, and yell for help if you need it. Great knowledge sees all in one. Small knowledge breaks down into the many. The truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. A clown on a throne is still a clown. A king in rags is still a king. We're going to aspire to break through and create our own reality. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. We humans are more concerned with having than with being. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True words are not fancy. Fancy words are not true. The good do not debate. Debaters are not good. Maybe everyone can live beyond what they're capable of. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. The question is not what you look at, but what you see. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I am not sure about the universe. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. Reason is, and ought only to be the slave of the passions. Your highest thoughts sometimes arise in your lowest moments. There is no saint without a past, no sinner without a future. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. Don't worry about being effective. Just concentrate on being faithful to the truth. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. There is nothing more frightful than ignorance in action. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening.